This is a HeadGum podcast.
Today's episode of All Fantasy Everything is brought to you by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is the meal kit delivery service that makes cooking fun, easy, and convenient. Each week, HelloFresh creates new delicious recipes with step-by-step instructions designed to take around 30 minutes or so for everyone from novices, like me, to seasoned home cooks, like Jeremy Renner, probably. I don't know for sure, but I imagine that guy's got a lot going on. He could probably like make you a really delicious breakfast with whatever's in your fridge right now. Or he could use HelloFresh and make something amazing. HelloFresh sources the freshest ingredients measured to the exact quantities needed, so there's no food waste, which is a huge problem. There's billboards all over LA saying, like, don't waste food. And, you know, once there's billboards, you know it's a problem. Like they've got all those ones for gonorrhea. HelloFresh employs a full-time registered dietitian on staff who reviews each recipe to ensure that it is nutritionally balanced. All of the meals are delivered to your doorstep in a special insulated box for free. For free. I mean, the insulated box is free. You're going to have to pay for the service. I mean, it's not, you know, I'm not doing you that kind of a favor, but I am doing you a pretty big favor because you can use promo code ALLFANTASY. Yep, promo code ALLFANTASY to go to HelloFresh right now and get $35 off your first week of deliveries. And you're going to want to do this. The food is like seriously good. They sent me some free stuff. It's delicious. I had the meatloaf balsamico with mashed sweet potatoes and green beans, and it was super good. And just Google a picture of me right now, look at it, and trust that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to meatloaf. Look at a picture of me and see the hunger for meatloaf in my eyes. HelloFresh's meatloaf did not disappoint. Again, go to HelloFresh.com and enter promo code ALLFANTASY for $35 off your first week of deliveries. And just let them know that we sent you. And they're going to be stoked. You're going to be stoked. I'm going to be stoked. You're going to eat meatloaf. All right, on to the episode. Welcome to another brand new episode of All Fantasy Everything. Ladies and gentlemen, All Fantasy Everything, the podcast that drafts the whole wide world. Doesn't that sound fun and cute?
So cute.
Thank you very much. I'm working on catchphrases. I'm working on...
Was there one in there?
Yeah, the podcast that drafts the I forgot it. I made it up and it's gone.
Very zippy.
All Fantasy Everything, not your mama's... No, my mom does listen to this. All Fantasy Everything. Your dad said to call him back.
He's not alive.
He's not alive. Okay.
Must have said it from beyond the grave, my friend.
All fantasy Everything. You guys want to get a basket of fries for the table?
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah,
all right.
I can't. You're so bad.
Yeah. No, come on. Everybody will have a couple. Today's episode, we are drafting casual dining restaurants. Shout out to the Doughboys podcast, who I think are all about casual dining. The casual dining restaurant is a restaurant chain, but you sit down at it. So we're not talking about your Burger Kings, your McDonald's so much. We're talking about more.
It's a nice night out.
You'll see it's a nice night out. It's where in Sioux Falls, it's where you go on a second date.
Maybe even a
or
fifth.
Your first, or your all of them.
Or your 40th wedding anniversary.
Your all dates.
Today, to draft casual dining restaurants, we have podcast favorite Sean Jordan.
What if it was somebody who wasn't from Sioux Falls and you said that?
And I just brought it up just in honor of you?
I'm thrilled to be
Bob
here.
Barker, everybody.
It's Bob January Jones.
January Jones agreed to be on the podcast.
I like
for some
that we
odd
all
reason.
know
We
that.
all know him.
You say it so often.
Tom Brokaw, no big deal.
Is it Mike Miller?
Mike Miller, yeah,
Mike Miller?
he's from Mitchell, but close enough.
But the NBA's Mike Miller. big dream catcher tattoo on his shoulder.
Brock Lesnar, big tattoo of a cross on his chest, big corn-fed fella.
Oh, I didn't know that
UFC,
about Bob.
yeah.
You never dropped that one on me before.
Bob Barker or
All
Brock
right.
Lesnar?
At Sean S.
Lesnar.
Jordan on Twitter. This will come out tomorrow. Are there any shows to plug for you?
Not that I could think. March 8th in Portland, but you know.
Beautiful.
It's a month.
March 8th in Portland. All joining Sean and I, the first timer, but hopefully going to be a long timer.
I hope so too.
Our friend, the brilliant comedian Amy Miller's in the house.
Hello.
Yay. At Amy Miller on Twitter. You have an album out right now on Kill Rock Stars Records called Solid Gold.
Yes, we're label buddies.
We are labeled by. I'm also on Kill Rock Stars. We're on Kill Rock Stars together. It's an amazing album. Go out and buy it right now. Is it still available on gold vinyl?
It is, yeah.
It's so cool.
I have a bunch, and I take them to shows. So
where can people see you in the next month or so?
Let's see. Next time, well, let's plug. I'll be at Sacramento Punchline next weekend with Dan Soder. And I'll have all the goods there with me.
That's an amazing show. You and Dan Soder. That's such a good
lineup.
lineup.
Yeah, he's the best.
He is. I really love Dan Soder.
He's so good. Yeah, and he's like such a good actor.
Yeah,
you know, like not distracting in the way that a lot of comics where you're like, that's my friend.
Where they only know how, and they like try to be stand-ups while they're acting. Yeah. That's what I always try to do. You know, they're like, I'll take a coffee. You know?
I'm Ian Karmel. Just every role.
I'm Ian Karmel, and my father was killed in the 9/11 attacks. He wasn't, but in this role, you know.
I would watch that movie.
Yeah, just me being way too loud during that. Extremely loud and incredibly loud.
We'll watch a movie like that eventually. I mean, it'll happen.
Where one of us will have to be like in a dramatic role.
You will be.
But I don't see me.
It'll be
it.
you. It ain't gonna be me.
The only dramatic role I'm interested in are the roles they bring out at casual dining restaurants.
Oh,
what
man.
a transition machine.
Oh my God, I'm professional. To determine the order of today's draft, we will be playing a game of rock, paper, scissors between Amy and Sean. And again, the draft is serpentine.
Sure.
It is a serpentine draft. Which means if you draft third in the first round, you draft first in the second round.
It slithers like a snake.
Like a snake. And ready to go. Rock, paper, scissors, and shoot. That's on you guys. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Scissors, rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Yeah.
Oh, Sean Jordan won, and you get to determine today's draft order.
Amy's going first.
All right.
I'm going second. You're going third.
Karmel,
Amy, Sean, Ian.
Amy, Sean, Ian.
I like going in the middle. I like the middle. I don't know why.
Fantastic. Again, a serpentine draft.
You're a middle monkey.
Serpentine draft.
Sort of like a snake.
It's going to be a quick one today because I got to get to the DMV, so this will take about an hour.
The Department of
Motor Vehicles.
Sure, yeah.
You hear that, Highway Patrol? He's riding dirty.
I've been riding
No,
dirty.
he ain't. He's riding his Miracle Whip
Sean,
right now.
But normally I am riding dirty. My registration expired in August, the
It
8th
takes
month
too
of
much
the year.
time.
It's fucking forever. Okay, Amy, you have the first pick in the casual dining restaurant
All right.
fantasy draft.
I'm not a big sports fan, so I don't know. Like, do you go big right out of the gate?
You know, the main strategy is to take something you think's not going to be there. So whatever you think is the scarcest.
Then I feel that way about this. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks.
Oh, so we're talking like a Olive Garden
Olive Garden?
experience.
Yes.
The Olive Garden. When you're there, you're family.
That's what I hear.
The Olive Garden goes off the board first. I fucking love the Olive Garden, and I think it catches more shit than it deserves.
Love. And all three of those items are delicious, and you can change up your soup. Those breadsticks alone. And yeah, I used to go a lot in high school because my boyfriend worked there.
There, bragging on the
I
podcast.
know.
What did he do there?
He was a server, and, bringing home that cash, which is a lot when you're in high school. Like, if you make, like, $80 in tips, you're like...
That's all the money there is.
What do you want me to do for you?
$20 on a Sublime CD at, like, Sam Goody.
On a Sublime CD for your girlfriend.
For your girlfriend.
His would have been like Wilco or something. But
very
and
cool.
he always smelled like the Olive Garden. So now I still have like a little bit of a sexual connection if I smell the Olive Garden.
If you walk into the Olive Garden.
Yeah, because I lost my virginity to someone who smelled like the Olive Garden all the time.
This was the dude.
Yeah.
The first one into your Olive Garden.
To get into my treasure box.
The first person to break into the temple.
First one to get my unlimited soup and salad.
The man who gave you unlimited breadsticks.
Yeah, he did bring them home pretty often. And that's like the best thing. Like someone comes home with like cash and breadsticks and you're 17. Like,
you're just laying there naked.
We're not married.
I worked at...
Take it. Just take it, dude.
Yes.
I worked at a different Italian casual dining restaurant that I won't name in case it gets picked.
Yeah, sure.
But like, I used to love... I would bring home like salad and bread. And then just like a jug of ranch. Just a disgusting...
Yes.
Just to dip both the bread and the salad into.
You got to.
Like a monster.
I'm a huge ranch fan, but I'll say the Olive Garden salad is one of the few that I'm like, for casual dining, like go with their vinaigrette.
It is. It is a good vinaigrette.
It's very tasty.
I don't know how the Olive Garden started catching so much shit. It's spaghetti. It's real hard to fuck up spaghetti, and they don't fuck it up.
It's just one of those things that people are scared to admit they like. Everybody wants to. It's so easy to make fun of, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, fuck the Olive Garden." not fuck the Olive Garden. It's fantastic.
Oh, and listen,
I'm
like,
all about it.
Design-wise, ambience, they got all that ivy. You can get kind of a private table.
You can get wine. They have like different kinds of wine.
A carafe of wine?
Yeah, I love a carafe of wine.
Oh, it's the best.
We would have, I think we had a football team dinner at an Olive Garden during an endless pasta, and that was a mess.
Got to carb up.
That was a real mess. Like we would do it.
You mean the game was a mess the next day?
Everything was a mess. The game was a mess. Our insides were a mess. There were no lessons learned by anyone. The game was the next day, and still feel as an 18-year-old, 17, still feeling heavily laden down by pasta. 24
How
hours
much
later.
pasta? As a 17-year-old, do you know how much
Football
pasta I would have had to eat to make me feel tired the
Do you
next
know how much
day?
spaghetti we must have eaten? A whole football team. A whole football team, all of us 17 years old, eating unlimited pasta. There's no way the Olive Garden made money on that.
Back when you have no
Oh,
shame,
no.
by the way, you're like, give me more. And they're like, we've given you 5 plates. Give me more.
And I'll have 5 more.
I don't give a fuck. I'll be sitting here until I feel like leaving. Yep. Things you can't say as an adult.
Yeah, that's the table that makes it all break even for them. They assume most people have 1 plate, maybe another half.
Right. We brought them right down into the red. Right down into the red sauce. I also doesn't the Olive Garden, they'll play really corny Italian music in the background?
Oh, yeah. When the moon hits your eyes. Oh, yeah. They do the whole thing. You
I'm
feel
very
like you're
into
in The
that.
Sopranos.
I love that. Because, that's the level of Italian I want to do. Now that I'm older and I have, a tiny bit of money, I'll go to, a nice Italian restaurant and have a good time.
Yes.
But what I really want is that fucking corny Goodfellas experience. You know what I mean? I want to show up. I want Tony Bennett to be playing. I want somebody to say marinara instead of marinara. That's all I want. I want the Disneyland version. Marinara.
Our Olive Garden, I knew everyone that worked at it, all of my friends, and so it really soured the one that we had in town because I'm like, I know you. I know what you do
Gross people.
when you're not at work. Yeah, they're just
man.
No, I'm not saying they jacked off into it. I'm just saying I knew how they were in life. And I'm like, I don't
I don't think I was in love with someone who would jack off into the Alfredo sauce.
Right.
I didn't say that you were.
Okay.
When I worked at a casual dining restaurant, again unnamed, everyone was very clean. Maybe that was Portland, Oregon, but everyone was nobody was a scummy person who did anything gross.
Yeah, I think the percentage of people that do stuff like that is very, very small.
I think it's
people
tiny.
need their
There's
jobs.
nowhere to do it. It's so busy and well lit in the back. Yeah.
These people were just dirtbags and they weren't doing stuff to the
They
food.
just weren't washing
I
their
just
hands.
knew how they existed outside of the restaurant.
But they weren't cooks.
A couple of them were, yeah.
Oh, well,
They
that's
were
a
just
different
gross
story.
kind of people. They ran the whole
Don't
place.
eat at the Sioux Falls Olive Garden.
Don't.
Everybody.
Just even before.
Yeah.
I should have known that. Speaking of the Sioux Falls Olive Garden, let's get the Sioux Falls favorite son to come in and make the second pick of the first round of the All Fantasy Everything Casual Dining Experience.
Second pick of the All Fantasy Everything Casual Dining Experience is going to be Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Like I didn't know.
God damn it!
I don't live with you. What are we doing? Of course.
Fuck.
That
Just
had
the
to be the
whole
first
thing?
pick.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We're taking whole restaurants.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait.
You got all of the Olive Garden. Do you think it was just one item at those places?
Yeah.
God, that's also a good
I'm
topic.
going to keep it pretty specific, though.
You can keep it specific. Let's use it as a gateway.
All right.
You get the whole Olive Garden. You get the whole
Perfect.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
I
I
mean,
am
if we
so
were
jealous.
getting specific,
You
I would
motherfucker.
say spicy garlic.
Oh, their sauces.
Their sauces are so good.
And
the lemon pepper.
That's another one. I go round and round with my friends. They're like, they hate on it. They're like, they're not real wings. Just because it's more popular doesn't make it worse.
How is it not a real wing? By the way, now in Portland, Fire on the Mountain for me is
All
the
day.
apex of the chicken
All day,
wing
all night.
experience. But in Los Angeles, I haven't had the chicken wing that's better than Buffalo Wild Wings yet.
No.
It's not duck à l'orange. You know, it doesn't take a high level of expertise. It involves an elbow, dipping a basket into some fry shit, and then pulling it out, and then putting sauce on it.
You don't even need quality chicken.
You don't need quality chicken.
Putting the sauce on their sauces. They're the only place where I've purchased the sauce and brought it home.
Yeah.
I've
so
only done it
really?
there. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you'd done that.
Never done it anywhere else.
What do you put it on? Just like a chicken breast?
Everything. You've seen me with hot sauce.
Sean puts hot sauce on salad.
And hot sauce on hot sauce.
On hot sauce on hot sauce. But have you seen him put hot sauce on salad before, Amy?
It sounds pretty...
I've never seen it. You've done that too?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Am I living in this world?
We're sitting on the couch and I had some sriracha on a salad and Ian just sits up and he goes, I've never seen anything like
never
that.
You
seen
could
that.
have a little spice and acidity. Why not?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense,
Who
I
wants
guess.
to shit solid when they're 60?
It's just crazy to me. I'd never seen anything like it. You could have been pouring broken glass onto that salad, and I would have been less surprised. Hot sauce doesn't seem like just lettuce with hot sauce on it. Seems crazy to me.
It's tasty.
I guess maybe I'm the crazy one.
Put it on those croutons, soak it up a
a
little
crouton
bit.
would be good.
We're all just crazy atoms floating around in the big vacuum of nothing. You know what I mean? And I put a little hot sauce onto my food that goes into my atoms.
Fucking A.
You're a spicy dude.
Okay, I still don't understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand. Like it wasn't. Didn't you put Tabasco, or am I crazy? Was it just Sriracha?
It might have been Tabasco. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm a condiment person. Always
I just
have
feel
been.
like there's no judge in the entire country
That
He's a
wouldn't
sauce
give me
boss.
back-to-back life
that
sentences
wouldn't
for
give
that.
you back-to-back life sentences for putting the hot sauce on your salad.
Judge, could I have a word? Get in there. Get in the box. No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's why buffalo chicken salad is probably my favorite.
It is
One
really
of my
good,
favorite
but that has
foods.
blue cheese dressing on it. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get some cheese or something like creamy to balance out the hot sauce, but that's why it's delicious. You're eating hot sauce on salad already.
That's
you
true.
just won't cop to
I
it.
do love a buffalo chicken salad.
If it's on a menu, it's 100% the thing that I get.
It's so
or a
good.
wrap, buffalo chicken
I
wrap
love the
or
buffalo
salad.
Fire on the Mountain buffalo chicken wrap is great.
I can't avoid it.
I clearly have a lot of soul searching to do. The fried pickles at Buffalo Wild Wings are a pretty good chain fried pickle.
Sure, they have.
yeah.
Don't they have it? What are they called? Like pickle nickels? They should be if they're not, but they're called something, right? Like pickle coins,
Pickle coins.
something
Pickle
like that.
coins, yeah.
Yeah,
Something.
Pickle nickels.
Medallions?
Pickle nickels.
Pickle medallions?
that might be it. You know what? One thing I love about Buffalo Wild Wings is that I don't really mix beer and food. I either get drunk or I eat a meal. I don't really mix both, and that's one of the places where I'm like, okay, give me 9 wings and like 5
Bud Light.
huge beers, and
big-
I'll, I'll walk out of the Americana a little drunker than I was when I
It's
walked
drinking
in.
food.
Watch every game that's on in the world.
They're
And-
all
No
on,
matter
too.
the sport.
Yeah.
They're all on.
You
There's
can go
not
watch just women's horse racing. It's not a thing, but like they somehow have a feed of it.
And there's not like a ton of assholes for the most part. Everybody's kind of like subdued in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I've run into an asshole at Big Wang's, which is a regional LA.
Was it the one in NoHo?
Yeah, that
the guy
one.
that looked at your at the time girlfriend, and he's like, "It's the wrong hat."
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you,
What
dog.
the
Yeah. She was wearing a blazer hat, and he was giving her beef.
I was pissed all day about that until we went to the
Negging.
cat circus later in the day.
Also fun. I love Buffalo. Yeah, I'm again going back to that Olive Garden thing. I've fully embraced just like what if it is corny or whatever.
It's there for a
It's
reason.
everyone's happy there for a reason too.
Here's the people call it BW3s.
BBWs
drop
I'm
it
familiar
on 'em.
with.
Buffalo Wild Wings. People call
Yeah.
it BW3s. That third W, did some research. It stands for WEC.
What?
WEC.
He told me this the other day.
Which is in Buffalo, in upstate New York, beef on weck is like basically a French dip sandwich, but weck is a kind of roll.
Oh, right.
So when you hear people calling it BW3s, they're not idiots who don't understand how words are spelled. They probably are, but they're not only that. They're just commenting
Buffalo
on an
Wild
older
Wings Weck?
iteration. Buffalo Wild Wings and weck.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that is a clunky fucking name, so
That
they
is.
cleaned it up a little bit.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
You can use a little nice soft bread to soak up that spice, though.
You can.
Basically,
A
there
weck.
you need anything that you can dip in anything.
It's a great dipping place.
So fried pickle, a French fry, a wing, whatever.
You know, a fun move is to
Sauces.
get a wing and then get a dip. I do this at Fire on the Mountain all the time. Never done it at B-dubs, but like you get, say, like spicy garlic and then get mild on the side. Dip the spicy garlic in the mild.
Oh yeah.
It's fun.
The worst
really.
is when you go with someone timid who's like, I don't want to bother. I don't
Ian
want to
almost
bother
left.
the server for more sauces. I'm like, that's what we're here for.
yes, for more sauces.
That's why you tip, like, just a
She's
tip
not
accordingly.
bothered.
Live your life. Step up to the plate. She's going to run back to the kitchen anyway.
And we're never going to be like the peak of how many sauces people have gotten.
No, you won't even be the peak that
God.
day.
No, we'll be
No.
the standard.
There's
Never,
definitely people
ever.
there who are like, all right, now take a pint glass. I
Yeah.
don't know why I made it Southern. Take a
they're
fucking
Southern.
pint glass. I don't know. I'm just trying to do. This is also my accent reel, Lorne, if you're listening. Just fill a pint
Lorne.
glass with like garlic parmesan or whatever. You know they've heard that like probably that.
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Well, that's why they don't just put it out there either.
Right.
Like a Southern barbecue place will just put all the big jugs of sauce.
Oh, yeah.
With the little paper cups.
BW
Buffalo Wild Wings, they go right under.
They go broke immediately.
Yeah.
Wingstop, in my opinion, better. Not a sit down. So not even eligible for this draft. Better wing.
Yes.
Worse sides.
Absolutely.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Little worse wing. Way better sides. Not even a competition.
Wingstop has cheap wing days, and they're still actually kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Again, this is coming from a real broke person, but Buffalo Wild Wings, their cheap wing days they're like 85 cents a wing on cheap wing day, and I'm like, that's not fucking cheap anymore.
Yeah.
40 cents a wing. That's cheap.
Hooters is still 50 cents though, right?
I think Hooters does have
Wings
cheap
Day,
Maybe
which
we'll be
is
talking about it
on
in a
Tuesday
couple
for
picks
some
from now.
reason.
Moving on from Buffalo Wild Wings, onto the final pick of the first round.
Serpentine draft.
Of 5, Serpentine draft. Hopefully 5 rounds. We'll see. Ian Karmel, who is me, takes Red Robin. The god.
I knew it.
When we decided the topic, the first thing that popped in my head, I never thought I'd get it, but here I am, atop my throne of endless fries.
Those were my 2 top picks anyway.
So tasty.
I fucking love Red Robin.
It's legitimately good food,
It's
though.
legitimately good. It really is. I don't like it's better than a lot of like one-off burgers I've had.
Yes.
Umami Burger is it's a local chain that everyone goes crazy about here in Los Angeles. I remember when Kumail Nanjiani and I were talking on Twitter, and I was like, Portland has 5 burger places that are better than Umami. And
Absolutely.
He was like, no, they don't. You're just being like, it's not that good. Red Robin is better than fucking Umami Burger.
So good.
We had a day there the other day, and it was I had a double patty and a mac and cheese was on my burger.
Yeah.
And we had an onion ring tower.
I had the blue ribbon burger.
God, it was so good. We started off an amazing day with Red Robin.
I like that, they got the, jalapeno avocado chipotle burger.
Yeah,
It's,
they know
spicy
what's up.
everything.
I love that.
Oh.
It's so good.
You can also substitute a veggie patty if you like.
You can go. They were one of the
Which
first
is
people I saw where you
gracious.
could go no bun and just get
Yes.
that lettuce wrap.
Oh,
thing.
they'll accommodate you
They're so
to hell and
accommodating.
back.
All they do is want to make you. All they want to do is make you happy there.
And you can pay from your table.
They have these new units. You can just pay for your table. And
I
get
always
them and go.
play those games too.
Yeah.
Always.
I love
the
it.
little Scrabble game.
You can get
$2.
Scrabble game.
Who cares?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Especially if you go with someone who you're not really interested in talking to them that much.
My boyfriend. I'm
Like your
just kidding.
boyfriend or a Sean Jordan here.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm
If you're
just
just hanging out with one of your friends, you're like, I got nothing to say to you.
I was growing up. I fulfilled a crucial role in my group of friends, which was the "let's get some fries for the table" guy, which I mentioned earlier.
That's a good guy.
I'm that guy. We would sit down, server would come up. All right, drinks for anybody? 4 Sprites or whatever. It was me, LeBron James, and Drake.
Jamar Neighbors is also in that.
But they were all very young at the time.
And I was always like, "Hey, can we get some fries for the table? Honey mustard, ranch." I'd point to people who hadn't requested those sauces. Honey
You just
mustard,
know
ranch.
'em.
I just wanted them. And they'll start bringing up because it's bottomless fries, and they'll start bringing them from right when you sit down.
So if you order fries for the table, do they charge you like each individual person pays for? It's just one basket of fries.
They just
that you pay
assume
for?
that someone's going to get something that comes with fries.
Well, and I would assume that Ian, if he's basket of fries for the table guy, he was paying for the basket of fries.
Yeah,
that's a good friend.
Oh,
Here's the thing: you don't pay for that basket of fries because somebody's going to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And that comes with bottomless fries.
Oh, okay.
That's just co-opted in the price of that cheeseburger that is yet to be purchased.
that
Also seems like how have they not gone under?
Right? But they haven't because hopefully somebody's funding them secretly.
It's because
That's
I'm
what I-
buying those $2 Scrabble games.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's
where
where
Which
the
is
money's
not
coming
called,
from.
it's called like Scrapple or something.
Wooden word jumble.
Yeah.
I love Red Robin. The first thing I ever stole was fry seasoning from there.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's not just Lowry's?
It's probably just Lowry.
Yeah, it's a good fry seasoning.
It is.
Yeah.
I love the decor. I love that wacky Americana decor. I'm full blown in.
Didn't you
with
get-
red, white, and blue baseballs or whatever?
Didn't you get ushered out of a Red Robin one time for too many fries? Or am I thinking no? Okay.
No, not me. Somehow not me.
If it was him, it'd be an embarrassing thing to just reveal without his permission.
No, not like you ate too many fries, but like
Remember when
got
you
too
went
many
to
for the
jail?
table or something.
I could see for sexually assaulting that Mayor McCheese mascot. No, I was never ushered out. In fact, the opposite. Welcomed with open arms. But also, me and my other football players, we would go because it was like right down the street from our high school. Mm-hmm. And it got to the point where they knew us. And when we ordered sodas, they stopped bringing out the regular glasses and just started bringing out giant steins of soda.
The bucket.
And just putting those down, like, hook you guys up. He was
sick.
like the cool waiter. You know, he's like, got you guys.
I wish you would just flip over your football helmets and drink out of those.
Right?
With a straw. That's what I'm picturing.
Just a giant orange Gatorade thing.
Oh, we have our own cups.
Yeah, we're actually good.
Hand him the helmet, fill this with fries on your way back.
So Red Robin, that's my first pick.
Sure.
First pick. My second pick, it's tough. God, do I want to go head or heart? Head or heart? Head or heart?
Always heart. Ian, you're all heart.
Tony Roma's, a place for ribs. That's what
I've never been to a Tony
it's
Roma's.
so good. They're not in Oregon anymore.
I want to go.
Or California.
I went to
I've
one
seen.
in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, that's probably why, because that's where I spend my time.
They used to be more spread out, and they seem to have contracted a little bit, like the sea anemone when passed by a predator. And
they're gathering their forces.
They're gathering their forces, hopefully to expand again. Just like I don't know good ribs from Adam. I have no idea. I'm sure, like if I went to Memphis,
you
with
would
some
know.
Tony Roma's, they'd be like, "That's not a rib" or whatever. From where I was growing up, you could get endless ribs. There's a theme here. You could get endless ribs. They have these platters that you might as well have been endless ribs because they would come with like half a chicken and like God, I'm fat. So many ribs and like a giant sausage and
pork
all this
ribs.
Stuff. Pork ribs, I think. Yeah, pork ribs.
You're
for
an
sure.
excellent Jew.
But the value was there. There's actually in the Torah it says
that is true.
Yeah. If it's an immense value, you're allowed to eat pork, and it was. The prices were so low.
And you're helping out your Italian friend.
Yeah, exactly. Tony Roma, my friend Tony Roma.
Oh boy,
it was just so good. There's not a whole lot else to say about it, other than I remember the last time I ever went. There used to be one in Portland near the convention center, and also right by a paintball place. It was for my birthday, and I went and ate so many ribs, and they were spicy ribs. And I was my dad, I think I was with, took like a picture of me, like, hey, birthday picture. And I saw the picture, and it was my face covered in rib sauce, my lips cherry red from how spicy they were. Me just with a full meat bloat. Just
so happy.
And I was just like, well, I can't go back. I can't go back for a while.
I feel like there's a side we're missing the story on. Like you were just housing ribs. There's not like a bread situation or a potato.
It comes with it, but I would never even fuck with it because it would get in the way of me eating more ribs. Yeah. We miss you, Tony Roma's. I hope it comes back.
For sure.
It's probably still around.
It is, but it's around in like the South and stuff like that. I mean, places that need it are like L.A., the West Coast, places that aren't known for their smoked meats. So
I'm gonna go.
Everybody.
I do see it on the road sometimes, but on the road I kind of stick to like the chains I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna branch out next time.
Please branch out.
Do. That's crazy.
I'm gonna visit a Tony Roma's.
There's a couple chain restaurants that I've never been to that I'm hoping get picked, so I can talk about how I've never been to them. So let's see if Sean picks one. It is time for your second pick.
It ain't going to be one you've never been to. It's going to be Applebee's.
The bees.
Oh, the bees.
Bees in the trap.
The bees in the trap. Bees in the trap. I went to prom at Applebee's. Prom dinner at Applebee's.
Well,
the dance was not also at Applebee's.
The dance was at the El Riyadh Shrine Mosque, I believe.
It was at a mosque?
Yeah.
Your prom was at a mosque in Sioux Falls?
What they called a mosque, yeah.
We all have a lot to learn.
Good thing nobody put a pipe bomb in it that day.
Were you able to have it there because there were no Muslims to use the mosque in Sioux Falls?
They could just be calling it that. I mean, that's what they call it, but it just looked like
it was just shaped like a mosque.
Just looked like a banquet hall to me. I mean, it's just downtown.
A Mexican guy worked there, so they were like, it must be the mosque.
It was, that's where we had prom.
Why Applebee's?
I love Applebee's. It's a good deal. I just have good memories of Applebee's is my thing too. We used to go hang out at Applebee's in Minneapolis all the time after we skated, and we used to sit there and get drunk, treat it like a bar. Yeah. I like it because you can kind of treat it like a bar.
They have good cocktails
in a clutch. If you're like, we're in Golden Valley, Minnesota,
absolutely.
Where's a bar? And they're like, well, there's Applebee's. So you just go handle yourself at Applebee's. Also a very good deal. And
it is a good deal.
It's another one of those places where people are like, oh, I don't want to go to Applebee's. Do you really not want to go to Applebee's? Or are you just saying that?
Because it is unfairly impugned.
I feel like most of what we're going to say is people hate on for no reason.
I've never heard a crossword about Tony Roma's, but yeah, I have about Applebee's.
That's because no one's been.
No one's been. Well, we keep it a secret.
You cleared out all the ribs in 2001.
I like Applebee's is always coming at me with new shit too. They're always coming out with new like menu options, which is a nice thing.
Oh yeah, and they'll throw out some healthy menu options.
Yeah.
They always got like a good salad idea, like a Chinese
crispy
chicken.
Yes.
And
those little crisps on top.
Those crisps are those like the noodly crisp things.
Delicious.
They're so and it's really like it really is healthy.
Yes.
Like
especially
it'll be like 400 calories.
Yeah, an on the road thing where you're just like, I've had all the fast food already.
You do have to think about that when it's like Saturday. You know, and you're on the road, and you're like, I can't.
Applebee's they'll even give you like a side of steamed broccoli or whatever. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna be shocked when you order it.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna go to the grocery store to buy broccoli.
I'm a comedian. Yeah. I haven't had a green thing in 3 weeks.
Yeah. Other than I guess there was that Irish beer on St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, Applebee's is good for that.
And I haven't been in it. There aren't any. Our friend Jacob, I was driving
Christopher?
back. Jacob Siroff.
Oh,
Jacob
Jacob
the gentleman's
Siroff.
name.
Your friend.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My friend Jacob was saying that he and his lady go to Applebee's for like a date night every now and again because the closest one's like 30 miles away or something in LA. Like you just can't find one.
So it feels special.
Yeah, it's like a treat for him. And I was like, okay. I mean, that sounds fun to me.
Get out of town a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could take the old lady to Applebee's. What that whole night would be like.
I mean, you make a night. Wherever you end up. It's where it's like by Six Flags or something.
Oh,
like
it's in
north.
Anaheim?
I mean,
that makes sense.
Yeah, somewhere.
No, Six Flags? Up by Magic Mountain?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah. That's not too far.
That does make sense, yeah.
It'll be an hour getting back, though. Sure. I have my boyfriend's best friend works at Applebee's, and he recently went on a date.
I don't work at Applebee's. I think I'm way better friends with him than I am. No.
That would be a big reveal.
Yeah.
And he went on a first date and took the lady to his own Applebee's where he works, even though he doesn't get a discount, which is my only knock on Applebee's right now. No employee discount.
That's crazy.
Really stingy.
It should be free. If you bring a date there, they should just be like,
nah, he works there, took a date there on his off night, discount.
He just wanted to bring a date and pay full price, but have everybody be like, hey, what's up, dude?
Hey,
we work together. How you doing?
Is it just like a really sad version of that scene from Goodfellas where they let him in through the kitchen?
Yep.
You know?
They don't let him in. He just walks in through the kitchen. They're like, hey, man.
Yeah.
He had to do
Nobody
dishes.
recognized them because there's new kitchen staff because the turnover rate is so high.
What are you doing back here? I work here. Oh, okay.
They made him get his own sauces all night.
When he goes and sits down at the table, there's not like a comedian. It's just a couple fighting at the bar, that they sit next to.
I did a show at an Applebee's. Did you guys ever do those?
That one in the Lloyd Center Applebee's show?
I forgot about. I did one in Gresham, but I mean, they were for this dude in Portland, John Green.
I'm jealous now.
Used to book stand-up shows that he wouldn't tell anybody anybody eating that there was going to be a stand-up show.
The worst.
You would just do it in the bar at an Applebee's. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I wiped it from my memory.
Those were horrible.
That was one of the worst shows I've ever done in my life.
Why? Oh, okay,
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight, right?
Nobody's expecting it.
The show was like at 6.
Children.
Who wanted it? Is what I need to know.
Nobody.
Because it's not like Applebee's.
Maybe one of the managers at Applebee's, like the day manager at Applebee's.
They decided they need entertainment. Put on a TV. That's what people want.
Right? That's all people want is to talk to the person they're there
Judy.
with. What a fucking, we can say this is cool. What a headache. What a nightmare it would be if you went out. You work all goddamn week. You're taking your wife to Applebee's for some riblets or whatever.
Seriously.
And then you're there. And then we're up there telling our like fucking fuck jokes or whatever.
Always. How many times have you just ended up apologizing in situations?
So many
like
times.
I do it constantly.
I'm so sorry we're doing stand-up. I'm so sorry.
And
I need this $10.
The comic before would like talk, wow, you guys aren't listening. I'd get up and be like, I don't expect you to listen. I wouldn't listen. I'm sorry I'm wrecking your night. I'll do 10 minutes on the dot, and I'll get out of here.
Sports Center is muted, but you have to listen to me? What kind of world is this?
Yeah.
Those guys are professionals.
It's such a bad idea.
That is a bad idea. Now, a good idea, Amy, would be to get your second pick, and I'm so excited to find out what it is.
Okay. Near and dear to my heart, for more reasons than just the food. Cracker Barrel.
The Cracker Barrel.
Sure.
The whole thing. I was going to go more specific, but now I know we're taking whole restaurants.
Well, what would that specific thing be? Because I've never been to a Cracker Barrel.
Ooh.
Well, the specific thing is really the kitsch and the gift shop. So Cracker Barrel, it's like a Southern breakfast place. It's modeled after that. So there's like a gift shop.
Yeah.
And there's all these like things that would be in your grandmother's house all over the place. Like
cozies
fake
and...
flowers and cozies, yeah, and little piggy banks and shit like that.
Are they Cracker Barrel branded, or are they just like that's where you go to buy a wooden flower?
I think that they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You can buy them, but they're also scattered around the restaurant. So you really feel like you're eating at home.
Yeah.
They have like a porch with rocking chairs that you can sit on.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
really
yeah.
fun. You can go like digest a little bit even on the porch.
It
and
looks
just,
like, it's in an old mining town. Like there's a wooden porch.
It's
and,
the one business that's still open.
Yeah.
Where are is that Southern chain for the most part?
Mostly Southern. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of everywhere, but mostly in the South. You get a good breakfast that comes out so fast you're almost alarmed.
Really?
Like it might as well be fast food, because if you get like 2 eggs and bacon and a biscuit, it probably takes 30 seconds
Like
to
they're
arrive
constantly
at.
just making and throwing away omelets in the kitchen?
Yeah.
So they're ready when you order?
It comes so fast.
They make cheese, right? I've seen their cheese in grocery stores, the Cracker Barrel.
Oh, yeah, like a little block of just cheddar
Yeah.
cheese. Oh, yeah, they have a whole line of products. And part of the reason I love it is Dolly Parton, my favorite.
Your fave.
2 albums ago, she just released it through Cracker Barrel.
What?
And nothing else.
You could just buy your album
dope.
at the
She
Cracker
didn't
Barrel?
even sell it online.
just physical copies at the Cracker Barrel.
Yes. It was a very limited
That's
release.
so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Why did we... I mean, no shade on Beyonce. I love Beyonce. But she dropped that Secret album and everyone was like, amazing. What a cool way to distribute an album. Cracker Barrel. That's the real news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck,
what if
that's
Beyonce
crazy.
had just released that album at like TGI Fridays
Right.
or whatever and nowhere else? Wouldn't you go to TGI Friday? Because you want to
Absolutely.
go already.
Yeah.
Everyone
So
who was
then-
going to get that, for the most part, that Dolly Parton album was going to be in a Cracker Barrel.
Oh, exactly.
True story.
Anyway.
True
Yeah.
story.
I was like, oh, guess I have to go to Cracker
Yeah.
Barrel.
Might as well get some mashed potatoes while I'm there.
Whoops, I forgot to buy it that time. I guess I'll go again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, the mashed potatoes and gravy. You know, they dig out that little hole in the mashed
That's-
potatoes.
that's
with
what
the
I like
gravy
about it.
in
Love
the
that.
middle.
I love that.
Little gravy lake in there
It's
for you,
just an
dude.
extra touch that feels so nice.
It does feel so nice because they just dip the ladle and then pour it
Yeah,
in there.
it doesn't take long.
It's a more practical version of the sourdough clam chowder bowl. You
Yeah.
because that's a lot if we're being honest. But
It
like
is.
it's just a tiny little divot with the
It's
gravy.
thoughtful because I don't know who the people are in the world that don't want gravy on everything, but I know that they probably exist.
They're liars.
So it keeps it keeps your gravy
Yeah,
contained
it does.
to accommodate those fucking losers.
Yeah, those fuck.
So I can take
those-
things and dip it into the gravy and have it actually get into the gravy, not have to smear it around.
That
Just
is
dip
a
it right
good
into the
call.
gravy.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that I do like having a reservoir so I can
Yeah.
soak up like in the bread better, but I also like it on everything.
I do too. It's crazy to me when people get like Thanksgiving dinner and don't just when they're like, "Well,
Put on
just gravy on
everything.
this," and I'm like, "What are you fucking gravy on
Cranberries, I
everything?"
don't care.
100%. Put the gravy in the cranberries. What am
Yeah.
you're
the gravy
diluting
in-
my pure cranberry experience? They're lucky they're even on the plate.
Put it in your wine. I don't care.
Yeah, the cranberry, that's the healthy part of this meal. So, you know.
Yeah, the cranberry's lucky it's on the plate. I honestly don't even know who invited it to dinner. I don't want to go off on a big tangent, but fuck cranberries.
Oh.
And fuck their place at the Thanksgiving table.
Who are you talking to?
I don't,
need
it.
them.
I don't get it for a second.
No,
not even the
close.
can of cranberry sauce.
Those I like more.
Oh,
'cause I
okay,
like the
yeah,
shape
yeah.
and the fact they make a floop when it comes out. I
Yeah.
love that noise. But if I'm not there for that noise,
Very
And
sexual
you can
noise.
see the
is.
can, you see the outline of the can on it, and you're like,
I love that. I love that. It's like when you take off pants that are too tight. You know, and you kind of got like the seam line on your
Yeah.
leg. You're like, oh,
Just
look at
some
that.
human cranberries.
Why
Human
didn't
cranberry.
Why didn't Andy Warhol ever paint just that standing cranberry tower?
Why didn't he?
Who cares about Campbell's
Yeah.
soup?
I feel Jeff Koons could make like a ultra realistic cranberry thing, and I would buy it. Well, I wouldn't because I don't have $42 million, but I'd go look at it. Cracker Barrel, excellent pick. Now, Amy, it is a serpentine draft, which means you also have the first pick of the third round.
Oh, okay. This is big news.
Big.
Man, I went so specific with my picks, but I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep Johnny Rockets.
Johnny Rockets,
Which I started from a very small item, which is the jukebox at the table.
Oh yeah, I like that.
You play your own song. You choose. It's just for your table. It's a nickel.
Yep,
Everyone else can fuck off.
they can fuck right off.
I want to listen to Frankie Valli. I don't care if you listen to the Beatles at your table.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go.
why not?
Beatles at a Johnny Rockets doesn't quite fit in unless it's that early album. So what are they doing over at that other table anyway? You're on the
faking
right
the
track
funk.
with the Frankie Valley.
That's true. The early Beatles, they do early Beatles in those machines.
I love Johnny Rockets. I love the patty melt at a Johnny Rockets.
Oh, so tasty.
Yeah.
I love, the outfits, the branding.
It's great.
I like a place that still forces a teenager to wear something embarrassing.
Yes, yes.
It's part of the job.
Yeah,
That's part of the job.
You should have to.
Like Brad Campbell in fucking Fast Times when he's throwing all his pirate shit out the window. That should happen to every kid who works at a restaurant.
yes,
at
it
some
makes
point.
you stronger. It makes you a good adult that appreciates the service industry.
Your Johnny Rockets, your hot dogs on a stick, right?
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius's.
That's awesome.
That guy who has to clean my pool. You know? I'm not there
Also
yet.
named Orange Julius.
Orange. Johnny Rockets. Have you? I feel like you have something to say about Johnny Rockets. Have you never been?
Never heard of it until
You've
just
never
now.
heard of it?
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
There's one on Melrose,
Yeah.
or was?
There's one
No,
in the
I-
Burbank Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, okay. Is it the hot dog on a stick place?
No.
Oh,
That's
then-
called hot dog on a stick.
It is really?
Yeah.
Johnny Rockets will
thought it had a
often
different name.
occupy the same spot as Red Robin on the outside of the mall,
Yeah.
where it's like you see JCPenney Sears and then a glowing Johnny Rocket sign or Red Robin.
Nothing's like coming to. Maybe if I saw it, I would be like, oh yeah, totally. But not right as
It's
of right
like
now.
it's like a Jackrabbit Slims kind of cheeseburgery 50s kitschy
yeah,
type place.
I'm getting the vibe.
Also,
Like,
good burgers.
Good burgers, good milkshakes, affordable.
sure.
Yeah.
Very cheap.
And they dress all cute.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, who can hate on that? I'm in.
It's a note where you go to the sock hop and then take your girl out to eat.
Yeah.
I know Sean's always sock hopping.
You're always sock
For
hopping.
days. I mean, we couldn't afford shoes growing up in my mom's apartment, as you love to hate on so much,
I just
because
think
we
it's
didn't grow
funny.
up in a house.
Oh, you
I
grew
mean,
up in an apartment?
For the most part,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
See?
Yeah,
Amy,
that's fun.
I was saying something like, yeah, remember when you like woke up in your apartment? And she's like, no, Sean, we grew up in houses.
Yeah.
I
I did not.
appreciated it because I like to have friends that were even poorer than me. Because we had a house, but it's barely a house.
No, it was
And there's
a
too many people in it. But like,
Prairie
yeah.
Winds.
He just
Charleston
dropped
Courts.
it out of nowhere one day. Just like, so I was like, me and my mom were at the apartment, and I was like, excuse me, did you go to college together? You can't just slip that in there.
Yeah, I
And
grew up in a cul-de-sac. I can't relate to that at all.
Well, it's specifically because you're from Sioux Falls, too.
Yeah.
Like, that's next level poverty. If you're from New York City, like Manhattan apartment's fine.
Yeah.
But-
A Sioux Falls apartment.
You could have gotten a
probably, like,
freestanding structure.
I don't know what rent was, but I bet it was like $300 a
For the
month.
love
I
of
mean,
Chisholm. That is cheap.
They
Yeah.
all have really good names, too, like the complex names. He remembers all of them.
Prairie Winds, Charleston Courts.
That's
yeah,
nice.
Country Meadows.
Prairie Winds.
Oh, yeah.
I got beat into a gang at Country Meadows.
Did you really? Something called Prairie Winds is either $200 a month or $200,000 a month. You know
Prairie
what I mean?
Winds sounds like
Yeah.
a fifth of like the cheapest whiskey you can buy. I get a fifth of Prairie Winds.
Oh, yeah.
They
That's
found
what
them. They found the bottle of Prairie Winds still.
The Prairie Winds were just
mean, I'm-
like cheap beer farts coming from your neighbors.
Johnny Rockets, amazing pick. Sean Jordan, when you were living in the Prairie Winds,
You're right.
what were some of the casual dining restaurants you pined for?
This
What's your
is
third pick?
My third pick is going to be Pizza Hut.
Whoa, that's interesting.
That is
because
interesting.
They
It's
deliver.
a gray area. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, but it's
we
a gray
went
area.
to sit down at Pizza Hut and got the buffet constantly.
I remember the first time I realized you could do that. My
Yeah.
mind was blown. It wasn't until high school that I knew it was a sit-down place.
Not everyone is a sit-down place. Though.
Well, this
More
is,
so than Domino's. I
We
think,
didn't
though,
have-
'cause it is a hut.
true.
I remember when
is
we
a-
got like Pizza Hut delivery, and that's when I was
Pizza
like,
Igloo.
because we never got it delivered. We always went and sat down. My mom and stepdad would go on their
Your
dates.
stepdad stink eye.
Stink Eye.
Yeah.
They would go on date. He looks pissed constantly, so we called him Stink Eye from a very young age. And they would go on dates and like drag. I would go with and play Pac-Man in like the little corner booth, and it was fantastic. And I learned what 3-bean salad was at Pizza Hut.
Oh,
That's where you had your first 3-bean salad? Wow.
My only 3-bean salad.
they have
did I
that
ever
in the
have.
round table buffet too. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to eat.
I hear they're working on adding a fourth bean.
Well,
You heard this?
They better pump the fucking brakes.
Big.
What's that fourth bean going to be? I don't need.
Trump's America's
Trump's
crazy.
America, man.
No,
yeah.
not my
They're getting rid of all
president.
these regulations. And
My
there's a fourth
president doesn't
bean on
throw
the
It's a
way.
fourth
jelly bean.
A popcorn flavored jelly bean.
It wouldn't be the worst.
We still, like, whenever I'm back and there's like a birthday or something, or my grandpa wants to go eat, it's Pizza Hut. Always.
Yeah, really?
Always go sit at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, you're blowing my mind because I definitely would. I didn't think of any pizza restaurants. So that's just like a different category in my head.
Me too.
It was
an
like
innovator.
Almost my first pick was Pizza Hut.
Shout out to the crust that is stuffed.
Oh,
I love
dude.
that thing.
For days.
I love a stuffed crust.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I love it.
You'd have to be
And
some
I
sort
love
of
all
nut
their
tip.
Some sort
delivery.
of fictional cheese that doesn't exist anywhere but inside the crust of a
Sure.
pizza. I love
The only knock on their delivery is they don't have the pizza tracker.
They don't. I love the pizza tracker.
But
Yeah.
it's cheaper and better pizza.
Even if the pizza tracker's lying to me, I don't care. Fine. Whatever.
Oh, you're on the beach.
Yeah.
You got time.
Who cares? Yeah.
You're in a dance club or whatever.
I
Ordering
saw
a pizza in the dance club.
someone pull a pizza out of the hot and ready car the other day
Wow.
at your house. Adam got
Oh,
some
it's
pizzas,
so
and
great.
they pulled it right out, and I was like, "That's what it's like."
I just
Smoke
had
was
that
coming
for the
out,
first time.
like the fly just
It's
got
a
out of there or
car
something.
with an oven in it.
It was tight. But yeah, Pizza Hut. There it is.
What's your go-to move? Now, you don't eat mushrooms.
For pizza?
Yeah.
It really any meat. My go-to move lately has been sausage and green pepper.
I hate green pepper.
Interesting. No
a lot
peps.
of people,
love green pepper.
Yeah.
In our house, you've been bringing green pepper in?
No.
Very good.
I don't get delivery to
good.
The
the
problem
house.
with green pepper on like a chain pizza is it's just always a little overcooked. Like if I'm gonna have the pepper there, give me like some crunch and some nutrients out of it.
I
By
like
the
the green
time
pepper
Good about it.
cooked to the point where it no longer exists and it's on the pizza.
Oh, see, no.
Pizza Hut, amazing pick.
I feel like I bummed you guys. They didn't want to bum you out.
You
I
didn't
hope
bum
we're
us
good
out.
on it.
No,
All right.
I'm truly shocked and
You're an-
amazed
you're
at
an
your
innovator.
innovation.
Yeah.
I'm a real trashy innovator.
A
over here.
winnovator.
But it's true. I mean, a pizza place with a salad bar, like that is family.
Full blown. It is.
You know, you're
Yeah.
sharing everything.
You are. You're reaching over. Pardon me. Let me
Oh,
just get
excuse
that.
me.
And
Yep.
there's no
Stick it.
anything that's like unlimited. See, because I'm the youngest child
Yes.
of fat people, and I didn't get food unless it was unlimited. You know, like I need to be able to control my own items,
Yeah.
or I won't get any of anything.
Yeah.
I would starve
There's no milk left.
because everybody got to it first.
Right.
So yeah, like a Pizza Hut salad bar is like I have my own thing.
I love that.
I mean, not that someone wouldn't put their fucking hand in it and take some anyway.
Right.
But like,
you got whatever was
that's
left.
just
when
regular bullying.
Amazing pick with Pizza Hut.
Thanks, buddy.
It is time for my third pick, and I'm going to go with P.F. Chang's.
I
Whoa,
figured.
never
China
been.
Bistro.
Yeah, I've never
Not
been
only
either.
have I been, I've worked at two different ones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
dog.
worked at the first time I lived in Los Angeles when I was just doing the ground links. I worked at the P.F. Chang's in Torrance at the Del Amo Fashion Center,
And where did you live?
South Central.
Far from Torrance, right?
Far from Torrance. Yeah,
Yeah.
it took an hour to get there, but that's where I found
Worth
a
it.
job. Yeah, I lived right by USC. And then I worked at the one that is no longer there in the Pearl District in downtown Portland, Oregon.
Sure.
This is what I respect about P.F. Chang's. Never been to one, can't speak to the food. But
Yeah.
they do squat in like fancier
Yeah.
malls. Like
Yeah.
they've cornered that market of like, we have these regal horses.
Yes. So we
and
belong.
they can't go in a strip mall.
No, I'm not going to. You put me next to a Crate and Barrel, don't put me there at all.
You
That's sort of
can't
their
build a pyramid in the middle of a strip mall.
Right.
It needs to go in a fancy mall.
giant concrete horses, terracotta soldiers. the
Yeah.
whole Paul Flat-
Torches.
torches.
I would
yeah.
venture to say that North Dakota, South Dakota, and Montana do not have a P.F. Chang's anywhere in the state lines.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
how
true?
nice I would bet dollars to donuts.
Yeah,
if
that's
true.
probably true. It's probably got to be so expensive to put it up, too. You got to make sure people are going to come.
Plus,
Maybe.
those simple people would be terrified of the giant horses.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is it's not very welcoming.
No, it's
Scrat-
no, it's because you have to be a brave person to saunter in there.
I'm surprised they don't put a moat in front of each one.
There should be a guy with a crossbow wearing a samurai outfit, just clocking you with it as soon as you walk.
No!
And
I
then
think
you're
I'm
rewarded
those-
for your bravery.
I must be those simple people. I just always assume I can't go in there.
The
I've
horses-
never been to one.
Them horses. Lettuce cups are delicious. They have good seafood there. It's all delicious.
I imagine they'd have a good peanut sauce.
They have a great peanut sauce if you want to get one. They also, and I had to do this, they'll mix sauce for you at the table out of vinegar, oil, and chili sauce. So you're like, I like it spicier. You know, we'll mix
Really?
up that sauce for you right at the table. It's great. It's a great date
That's
spot.
classy.
Yeah. P.F.
Not
Chang's.
like cheap like an Applebee's though.
No, you're looking at
They're expensive.
Between $14 and $21.
Maybe that's why I
For an
haven't
entree.
been, because
It's
I would
between
just
14
go
and
to a
21.
real restaurant.
It is a real restaurant.
It's
but it
hella
happens
real.
to
I
be a
mean-
casual dining chain. It's, the
It's
best
like
of both
it's
worlds.
like a nice.
It's sweat and suit.
Oh, if Nelly combined those two albums and just made one decent album, that's what P.F. Chang's is.
Yeah. Paul. Shout out to Paul Fleming. Shout out to whatever Chang's first name was. We had to learn all that. When you work there, they make you learn the history of the restaurant, like anyone would ever ask. They're like, sometimes people ask about the art. You had to like learn about the art in each of them. You had to learn about the giant
ask.
horses.
It's Paul Fleming and someone else
and
with the
Michael
last name
Chang
of
or
Chang.
something like that.
I didn't
yeah,
know
it
that.
started in Phoenix, which is a huge
Smith
food
worked. Our
destination.
friend Sean worked at the one in Phoenix.
Yeah, he maybe worked at the flagship one.
I mean, good on them, because there's probably no good Chinese food in Phoenix, and they were just like, well, we don't have
We're
any
gonna
Chinese
do it.
people,
True.
but we found the recipes.
Right.
And we made it.
Right when Google popped up, they were like, we can look up Chinese food restaurants or recipes. Let's open
And
a
it
restaurant.
was a big hit.
Also, let me say, having worked in it, amazingly clean kitchens, and all the ingredients are very fresh.
Okay,
Which
I'm
I was
sold.
surprised by. Like, I would walk into the walk-in, and they're like, there's all these like half cabbages and everything. It's like pretty legit.
I'm
So-
gonna go, and it does look like a good date place. Like they got those big fire pits on the patio
Yeah.
and stuff, where you can
Totally.
have a romantic time.
and go have some cocktails, which they also have good cocktails. Now, before my next pick, let's take a word from our sponsor. Today's episode of All Fantasy Everything is also brought to you by Squarespace. Make your next move with Squarespace. It's a new year. It's all about setting new goals, starting businesses, changing careers, maybe even launching a creative project. Squarespace gives you a powerful and beautiful online platform to make your next move. And to make your next move, you're going to need to make a website. And that could be anything. And it's, it could be a store. Maybe you're making like a web comic. Maybe it's a website for scathing takedowns of corrupt politicians. Whatever it is you want to do, you can use Squarespace to get there. Maybe you want to make an All Fantasy Everything fan site where it's just like audio clips of me breathing in really heavy while we're talking about delicious food. Maybe that's what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, you can use Squarespace to do it. They have a beautiful award-winning designer templates. It's so easy. They're all in one platform. There's nothing to install or patch or upgrade. And if you do somehow run into some trouble, Squarespace has award-winning 24/7 customer service. They help you set up a unique domain. And it's flexible, again, for any kind of website. You're a musician, you're a business person. If you're a farmer and you just want to post pictures of gigantic pumpkins that people aren't going to believe, you can do that too. So start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code ALLFANTASY to get 10% off your first purchase. Again, go to squarespace.com and enter promo code ALLFANTASY for 10% off your first purchase. And then you use that 10%, to buy like some paint to paint your gigantic pumpkin. Maybe like a fun face on there. Maybe you paint it to look like Jeremy Renner. All right, again, squarespace.com, promo code ALLFANTASY. Back to the episode. And we're back with more All Fantasy Everything. It is time for my fourth and possibly final pick on account of I have to go to the DMV.
Right, I hear you.
With my possibly final pick, I am going to take an international pick.
You fucking prick.
God damn it.
An
Is it gonna be
international
something-
house pick.
Oh, okay.
International
All right.
House
Of
of omelets, maybe?
Pancakes is what it's going to
damn
be.
it,
It's the
dude.
IHOP, my friends.
That's
It's
not
the
where I was
next
going.
on the list.
Yeah,
It was
I
the
hop,
next.
you hop. We all hop at some point in our lives, ladies and gentlemen. I love the International House of Pancakes. I don't even fuck with pancakes that much. I'm more of a let's get a plate for the table kind of guy. As far as pancakes go.
That's
Ian
not
got
a thing
got
that
pancakes
exists.
for
Yes.
the table the other night. We went to a diner.
Yes.
I've never seen this happen
You
in my
can do
life. He got pancakes for the table. They were like little mini pancakes, and it was the best call.
What kind of insane person wants a whole plate of pancakes?
It's
All that
crazy.
batter?
Well, and whipped cream and
Yeah.
sweet fruits.
I'll do it.
There's so much,
all
but like
day.
Not a breakfast.
if you get that for the table though, and you have an omelet to sort of cut it with, now you're living, my friend.
That's true. If
That's
you,
how you do it.
if
this-
you got it for the table and
If
I was
All
at that
Fantasy
table.
Everything accomplishes anything, it's to normalize pancakes for the table. That's the whole point of this podcast.
You're actually changing the name to Pancakes for the Table.
Pancakes for the table. Yeah.
That would be.
I love in high school. The IHOP near my house had a endless pancake night, which again is a big time theme of this episode.
Big time.
And my friend Nate Stoller ate 22 pancakes, and was on. And they put his picture on the wall.
Did he ever poop
On the-
again?
He never pooped. He still hasn't pooped. I went in and tried to do it too, thinking I was some kind of king shit. And I ate like 7, and I was like, wall. But he was a wrestler. So, like, they can just keep eating forever.
And then, because they don't eat for like a month at a time.
Yeah.
And then the day after they wrestle, they don't look like
It
raccoon
seems
eyes
like
anymore.
that could kill you once it's fully expanded in your stomach.
Yeah. He figured out a way to do it. I don't know where he kept all of it. He was a skinny guy.
Jesus.
But I think that's the key, so your stomach can expand. I love international. I love the decor. It's cute. It feels homey. It feels like you're in like a small town anywhere. I like that. I love that it's international, so you get pancakes from all over the world.
My favorite thing is that when one closes, it's never really closed because you put a Chinese restaurant in there and you're still like, that was an IHOP.
was definitely an
I see
IHOP.
that pointy steeple.
Yes. Pizza Huts are like that too, where there'll be like a Mongolian
Taco Bell,
barbecue and
yeah.
a Pizza Hut, and you're like, come on, Mongolian Hut.
But
At
so
least call
is-
it that.
It's always disappointing
Yeah,
when
it
you
is.
see like a closed IHOP and it's like a pokey place or whatever.
Right?
And
You're like, fuck.
just rather
Sometimes
go to
they're
IHOP.
like an
can't get poke
H&R
at the
Block
table.
or something. Where you're
That
like,
is weird.
what the
Yeah.
hell are you doing?
Or
There's
church.
What is now where the kitchen was?
there's a strip club in Portland that was so clearly used to be a Wendy's.
It used to be, there was one in on the Sunset Freeway that used to be a Mongolian barbecue, and it had like these crazy like
it's hilarious
sloped
looking.
roofs, and then it was the Sunset Strip.
Sure.
All right, the International House of Pancakes is my 4th pick. Sean Jordan, your 4th pick.
Well, I'm going to go. You threw me for a loop, man. I was planning on taking. I really didn't think that was happening. I'm going to say Famous Dave's.
I don't know
Never
what Famous
been.
Dave's is.
Burger place?
You guys don't know what Famous Dave's is?
No.
You've
Not
never
that
even heard of
famous.
it.
They should
I've
just call
heard
it
of it.
Dave's.
Crazy.
I've heard of it, I've never been.
It's just a barbecue place. It's just one of those like quirky shit all over the walls. Walk in. It's
Yeah.
like out of Office Space kind of where they wear flair and like
Flair.
Sounds
Oh,
right
yeah,
up
yeah,
my
yeah.
alley.
where you can get like a whole like a meat platter. I mean, it's fantastic. It's just
You already sold me
a
when you
great
said shit
barbecue.
on the walls and meat platter.
and my favorite thing about it, I love it because they have all the barbecue sauces on the table, like filled like 6
yes,
packs of
this
barbecue
is what
sauces.
We were saying.
Yeah.
How do
Devil's spit, sweet sauce, like all those just
you-
sitting
Devil's
at the
spit.
table.
Spicy.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Really good cornbread.
Those hot sauce names get out of hand sometimes. Devil's spit is not appetizing at all. They'll tell you they're like the devil's asshole, the devil's torn up asshole.
You'd try
That's how
it.
they sell you hot sauce. They're all
devil's
like,
red,
I would
bloody
try it,
asshole.
but that's why they're like the devil's cock, and it's made out of swords, and he fucks you with it. And then
What
like,
if the waiter had to say that to you? You'd be like, well, give me that then. Put that all over my pork.
Satan's huge knifey cock.
The
Do you
devil's
want hot? Do you want mild, medium, hot, or the devil fucking you to death in front of all the ghosts of all of your
I
grandparents?
feel like this is something you've wanted to say for a couple months, but
It's
haven't had the
crazy.
way to say it.
They go crazy with those hot sauce. They're just so unappetizing.
The
It's like
devil.
a donkey kicking you in the face until you die from it. And your mom
when-
has to watch.
when the devil's there.
And the devil's
for some reason.
The devil's there playing Tony Hawk on
And the devil
PlayStation 1.
he's marrying your mom the next day. And you were the only one who could speak up against it. And the devil and the donkey just kicked you to death, so you can't.
Well, the devil's
It's
so
good.
enterprising
It's
to have
habanero.
this whole like side hustle, just
Yeah, with a hint of pepper.
shitting out hot sauce.
That's wild. I thought Famous Dave's was, everywhere.
Regular Dave's.
Yeah.
That's sort of normal.
Not
Dave's.
that
one in,
famous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling myself famous comedian Amy
Famous
Miller.
comedian Amy.
There's one in
More
like
people in this
Tualatin,
room have heard
Oregon.
of you than a Famous Dave's.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when one of these days when we all go to the Midwest together, hopefully it'll be my treat at Famous Dave's.
It's gonna be your treat.
Hopefully I'll be doing, okay by then.
I think you
Speaking
will.
of treats,
There we go.
It's going to be a treat to hear Amy Miller's 4th pick.
Okay, I got really nervous when you said international because I thought you were going down under.
Oh,
Outback
sure.
Steakhouse.
never! I would never go international.
Oh, no.
We've been working on at our house one phrase in Australian, which is "oi, noi, not noi, not noi, not ever, never,
No,
noi."
no, ever.
Yeah, not noi, not ever. Oh, yours is way better.
Never.
Never,
All I
ever.
know is it's not a knife,
It's a knife.
which is so fun to say at Outback.
Yeah, Because they give you a knife.
Go, you get a big ass steak,
That's
and
not
if
a
they don't
steak
bring
knife.
you a steak knife, it's just you're queued up for the best joke.
I bet they're told every 10th table, don't bring a knife.
People
know,
are
and it's like a fun
slaying
thing.
with their friends at Outback and that line.
I've never been to an Outback. But
Oh,
I've pined my whole life for the Bloomin' Onion.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's heard of the Bloomin' Onion. It's more famous than Dave.
Yeah, way more famous than Dave.
Listen, Dave didn't do a thing to you.
He
so
didn't
I
make
don't
a
know why
fucking
you're
Bloomin'
dragging.
Onion, that's for
Why are
sure.
you dragging his name through the barbecue sauce all of a sudden?
I don't know. Devil's spit.
Through
Devil's machete cock.
Satan's forked tongue has dicks coming out of it. His tongue is covered in 1,000 dicks, and each of those dicks has a hypodermic needle coming out of the dick hole. It's Chipotle.
And
flavored.
nothing's ever named after God.
I
And
know, right?
Arguably more powerful. Like
Yeah.
God semen sounds more spicy than
Right?
the
That
devil's
sounds more
spit.
of like a drizzle you put on a salad.
What is it about the Outback that made you pick it?
Well, junior high boyfriend ended up working at the Outback
Very nice.
many years. Yeah, I think it's the Bloomin' Onion. I started with the Bloomin' Onion because I think if you have one
good.
item
Yeah.
you like cornered the market on
Yeah.
and people go there for that, then you're in.
Uh-huh.
Their other food's great. Yeah,
Right.
I like a
There's
steak.
probably people that call it the Bloomin', like, let's go to the Bloomin'
Let's
Onion.
go to Bloomin'
And they're like,
Onions.
Grandma, it's Outback.
Their
Well, whatever.
shrimp-
I mean, I
their
know what I
sh-
want already.
Their shrimp looks good, too.
Oh, yeah. And the baked potato, a nice baked potato.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not cheap. More on the $14 to $21 end, like
Sure.
PF Chang's.
The 14 to 21 PF Chang range.
Yeah.
The Chang range.
You got to be slinging some dough to get into an Outback.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You're making a statement when
It
you
could
walk
be
in there.
it's a first and 15th chain restaurant, you know? Not so casual dining. Business casual dining.
And it's for anything that's like a vacation, you know, like, oh, we're in the Outback.
Yeah.
It's
Do
a
they
bumpy
play, like,
road.
didgeridoo music in there and stuff?
No.
No.
Probably like kangaroo crossing signs, though.
No, there's still just American sports playing.
Okay.
That's what everybody wants.
They should play rugger. Rugger. Or Aussie Rules football.
Not no.
Not no.
Not ever.
Ever.
Never.
This was, I mean, we had to do a quick episode of All
Yeah.
Fantasy Everything. We only went 4 rounds. Real quick, lightning round, 5th picks. Say like a paragraph about each of them. Amy, your 5th pick.
Claim jumpers, giant portions.
Giant portions of delicious meat.
So much stuff. So giant desserts, big cakes that have
Oh,
like
those
8
fucking
to 10
cakes.
Yo.
Yo.
Claim jumpers is they should just call it fat asses.
Yeah.
Because that
Never
is why
jumpers.
you go. Yeah.
Can't jumpers.
But again, the youngest child, I know whatever I get, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have leftovers. I won't. There won't be leftovers.
Just all
Someone
that
will eat my
gristle.
leftovers.
Right.
Someone always ate my leftovers.
Oh.
That's okay.
You're in a better place now where you can eat all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all for me.
Sean, your final pick.
My final pick's going to be Old Chicago.
Oh,
which is
very
a-
good.
Which is, yeah, it's an odd one, but we did
2
the
pizza places.
the beer. I'd consider this Italian. Pizza Hut's like pizza, obviously. Old Chicago to me is more like Italian, and also we got to do the beer, the world around the world beer tour or whatever,
Oh,
where you drink
yeah.
like 60 beers and you get your name on the wall. We all thought it was the shit, and they had shuffleboard back in the day, so that was a place where we could like have a night.
Oh,
Never
massively
been
clutch.
to an
Yeah.
old Chicago.
I'm
Again.
gonna come in and close it all out with the Cheesecake Factory.
I've never been,
yes.
otherwise I would have picked it.
It's pure insanity. The cheesecake is really good. Everything else is insane. Everything else it's good, but it's insane. Their menu has like 400 items on it.
Yeah.
You can get egg rolls or you can get pizza. It's too much.
Crazy.
And for some reason, NBA basketball players love it. Maybe it's because every dish has 14,000 calories.
They get a cheat day
delicious.
once a year.
I
Why
love
not
the
waste it there?
Glendale
You know.
one.
They do. The Glendale one's great, and they're in the Americana
Right.
and in the Grove.
Yeah.
Sure.
So just to wrap it all up with the casual dining experience restaurants, Amy Miller, you went the Olive Garden, Cracker Barrel, Johnny Rockets, Outback Steakhouse, and then Claim Jumpers.
That's good.
Sean Jordan, Buffalo Wild Wings, Applebee's, Pizza Hut, Famous Dave's, and Old Chicago Pizza. I went with Red Robin, Tony Roma's, P.F. Chang's, the International House of Pancakes, and the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm
I burped
starving.
a little bit as I said Cheesecake Factory, which
a
is
little bit
actually
of
the
everything
proper
in there.
pronunciation. So that is the pick. Thank you for listening to a fairly quick, and I'm sorry about that, but I have to go to the DMV episode of All Fantasy Everything. We'll be back next week with probably another 3-hour one. Thank you for listening. I've been Ian Karmel. Be sure to check out Amy Miller and Sean Jordan, and tune in again next week for another new episode of All Fantasy Everything.
That was a HeadGum podcast.